Alright, gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 235, episode 85 on our Dwarven Paladin here. Just double checking. Yeah, it is 235. Yeah, let's jump back in. I didn't play yesterday. I had some stuff going on in real life, and then I was almost not going to play today. I actually had an interview earlier today. But I was like, you know what? Let's load one up. It's a little later in the afternoon. Let's just get one in, right? So we're probably just going to play for a solid hour tonight. It's roughly almost 11 o'clock as we're starting this session, so. Right before I got on, I did go check for Logrash up in the Alterac Mountains. He wasn't up, but, we got some mithril, we got some iron, we got some gold, some heavy stone, and some solid stone. A lot of solid stone. I feel like solid stone drops a lot more frequently than heavy stone. But, just more materials for us to craft with. I don't know what the hell just happened to me there. More. But yeah, last time we left off, what were we working on? I know we were finishing up some I think we were heading to Desolus next. I think we're going back to Desolus to do Book of the Ancients, the Shipwreck, Rackmore's Treasure. I can hide this. This is a dungeon quest. We need to talk to Brother Anton, do this chain all the way into the In the Name of the Light. Do this chain. We need to do Ghost of Plasm Roundup, go back to Uthek, start working on that. This is another dungeon quest. We can hide that. And we'll probably come back for Melissa Brimblebuzz's quest. Get me out of here. This is an escort quest. It's a little dicey. I did it at a higher level on my rogue, and even then it was a little dicey. You're fighting, I think you fight like 4 centaurs at the end, and like 2 of them have an execute. You have to keep her alive, so you need to keep the aggro on yourself. It's a little risky, so that's one that I'm just going to make sure that we play safe and sound. But we want to come back here and do everything except for this quest right now. So we need to work on that. We need to, at some point this week, I really need to go to Thousand Needles, go to the Screaming Canyon Cave and farm out a bunch of those vibrant plumes. That way when the Dark Moon Fair comes to town this coming Monday, I believe is when it is. Yeah, Monday at like 3 a.m. We can get our Dark Moon Fair bag. Because if not, then I'm waiting another 2 months, and chances are by that time, I'm going to have this character at 60. So that's something that I'm going to try and set an alarm for, put in my... I'll tell you what, let me get my my notepad real quick. Hang on. I'll be right back. Okay. St. Jude sent me a little notepad in the mail, so I've been using this to kind of take notes. There's like 10 pages on this thing. It's not very much, but... Okay. In hardcore WoW farm Dark Moon Fair mats for bag. Before, when is next Monday? What are we looking at date-wise? As of recording it, it is 7/6, but I am way ahead of schedule on this series, so you guys won't get this until, like, I think August, something like that is how far ahead I am on recordings. So I'm just in it for the love of the game, baby. We can go ahead and hide these lost supplies, repeatable quests. I'm not going to do it more than what I've done. We could go back to the Blasted Lands. I do need to turn this in before it doesn't give me experience. These level 42, 43, and 45s. Not super pressed on those right now. Sweet Amber, I can do that in Stranglethorn. What is my Zoth again? Oh, that's the Elite Ogre camp. That's right. I'll probably come back for that. At some point, I do need to go back and do these quests, but since they're not giving me experience anymore, and there's a good bit of stuff to do here, I keep putting it off. Yeah, I mean, it's looking like we do Desolus into Booty Bay, and then probably finish up some loose ends at like the Blasted Lands. Come down here and do these quests in the Faldeer's Cove. Maybe start working on some of these elite quests. I can definitely solo these as a paladin. Do the Thundering Keys, and then we'll start Feralis, and then after Feralis, Teneris. But man, you have so much to do on the Alliance compared to the Horde, I feel like. But okay, we're gonna pause. I'm gonna take a boat. Well, we're gonna fly to Menethil. I'm gonna take a boat from Menethil to Theramore, and then we'll fly from Theramore to Nigel's Point in Desolace. So I'm gonna do all that traveling and pause the video. I will see you guys when we touch down in Nigel's Point. So see you in just a second. Alright gamers, touchdown in Desolace. Let's head over to Brother Anton. It's been a while that we had this quest, finally getting it turned in. Then we're going to take reagents for the Reclaimers Incorporated. Made some bandages. It was horrible timing. As soon as I touched down in Menethil Harbor, the boat was like leaving, so I went ahead and crafted all of our mithril ore into mithril bars, same for our iron, and then made some bandages.
I received word of aid arriving from the east. Are you the source of these rumors? Have you come here to help the Scarlet Brother in its crusade? If so, then listen close.
I don't really know if I side with the Scarlet Crusade, even being a paladin. Kind of fucked up, but in a way, the basis of the Scarlet Crusade is good, right? They want to cleanse the plague that Arthas has kind of spread, but ultimately it winds up like kind of evolving or even devolving into this like sycophant mentality of kill everything, even if, you know, there is some humanity still left in some of the undead. But
I will be frank. We are at war with the Scourge. It is an evil that corrupts our people and infects our land. It must be stopped before it overwhelms us and drags our world into shadow.
agree.
We of the Scarlet Crusade have sworn to fight the Scourge with body and soul. If you are with us, then gather your courage and prove your allegiance. Destroy the undead ravagers of Desolace in the Valley of Bones to the south. Do this, and the Crusade will embrace you.
Again, I like the basis of the Scarlet Crusade, but it does wind up becoming this kind of like crazy cult.
This is the last of the items, and I won't lie, it ain't pretty. I'm also expecting this to take you a little bit longer than the other items. So, enough with the warning, let's get this started. Leftwich says he needs 10 brains from either Mana Eaters, Mage Hunters, or Lay Hunters. 10
Right.
Nether Wings from a Nether Maiden, Sister, or Sorceress.
Right.
And 10 vials of Doomwarder blood from a Doomwarder Captain or Lord. Simple enough, huh? Sheesh! If you want to pass on this one, I'd understand.
Man, just hit me with the ice in the veins. Hit me with the sheesh. Okay, Kreldig. I didn't know you were hip like that. Kreldig definitely is an unk. Let's also go take this quest from Azore Aldemort, Books of the Ancients, and then... Yeah, we should take these two. We also need to, again, go take this quest back from Horniz. What do we have? Iron? Gold? Tin? Ignore it. Tin and copper. Ugh. Brother, ugh. Also, remember, we're in Desolace again, so be on high alert for any of the roaming giant sea walkers, sea giants, as well as, what is his name? The Horde Hunter. I can't remember his name right now. Oh, it's gonna kill me. I should know it. Oh no. Let me do a Google search. That's gonna kill me. Also, packs of hyenas roaming together. It's Rexar. Just came to me just like that before I even looked it up. Rexar. Be on the lookout for Rexar. Rexar is one of those NPCs that I'm pretty sure if he sees me and I get too close to him, he's just gonna kill me on sight, so very, very careful. I think he mostly roams around the south, near the Maghreb clan. At least I think that's the side we chose. Yeah. No. The Gelkis clan is who we're with. The Magrum clan is the side that I sided on the Horde. We're with the Gelkis boys. But yeah, I'm in a nicer shirt today because I had an interview earlier and it went really well. I'm fairly certain that I'm going to get offered the position. I don't want to say with 100% certainty, but the interview went really well. It's, a job that I'm qualified for, I've done before, and it'll definitely be the best job in that position that I've had, as well as the best environment that I'd have ever worked in if I do get that position. So, fingers crossed. It'll also be the most money that I'll probably wind up making out of, I think, all of my jobs that I've ever worked. It's pretty good pay. There's really good bonuses. Hours seem really good. So, fingers crossed, gamers. Fingers crossed. But of course, as I, learn more and if I hear back, I'll keep you guys updated in future videos. Man, falling damage scales with your level and your health. It might scale with just health. Or at least it feels like it does, because I can drop like barely any distance and I take so much damage now. But when I was a lower level, like we could fall a decent bit. I only had like 300 health and it wouldn't do all that damage to me. Like I feel like dropping from here to here wouldn't kill me at level 15 or something like that. But that's just 500 damage to me. That's crazy.
Adventurer, I entrust you with the Gem of the Serpent. Place this gem on the serpent statue's hand on Ranajar Isle, a small island northwest of here. Placing it will summon the one who protects the Book of the Ancients. This book contains the secrets of the Naga, secrets that have been kept for centuries. Bring this book to me, and we will learn much about our scaled foes.
Right. Now that drop looks a bit more steep. So yeah, we have to go all the way back out here, summon Lord Kragaru. Just kind of looking along the shore to see if there was any floating wreckages or schools of fish or anything like that. There's Firefin. I'm gonna, ooh, Mithril. Nice. Let's get that Mithril real quick. We soloed this Gem of the Serpent quest, or should I say the Book of the Ancients, on the Rogue, so I'm fairly confident that my Paladin can handle it, but... Rackmore's log and Carnatol's chest. Let's turn this one in first. You notice the chest does not seem to have any water damage. The second thing you notice is that the top has been forced open and whatever magical traps were set to safeguard it have long been triggered. This much is obvious from the burn marks around its edges. You take a few moments to figure out what pried the chest open, and you notice along the sides and the top of the chest long, deep scratches that reveal that something other than a man or giant took interest in it. The marks don't appear as if they were caused by dagger or sword. After going through the chest, you find it to be completely empty. Not having another course of action, you close the chest and prepare to leave. Greldig will be disappointed. And then Rackmore's log. I am Ulysses Rackmore, captain of the Gallant, and this is the log of the last few days of my doomed ship. We were sailing to Feathermoon Stronghold with a shipment of supplies when Naga stormed the sides of the Gallant. We drove them back, but we knew they'd return. Fearing the loss of my most precious belongings, I steered the Gallant to an isle off the coast of Desolus, one with old Night Elf ruins, and there I left my treasure chest. Continue reading. My chest is one of ingenious design and requires 2 keys to unlock, 1 gold and 1 silver. The first key, the silver key, I gave to my first mate, and I kept the gold, but we were doomed to lose them. My key was lost during the next Naga attack, and my first mate's was lost a day later when Dry Snap Makrukra assailed us and pulled him into the deep. I am sure the Naga and Makrukra have the keys. I am glad the two are enemies and will not share them. After the Makrukra attack, we could see that the Gallant would not survive another, so I and a few surviving sailors abandoned ship. We are now ashore and will soon strike out for the town of Nigel's Point. But much danger lies between us and Sanctuary, and I fear Desolace will consume us. I write this now in hopes that someone will know our plight and someday avenge us against the watery fiends who were our ruin. Rest in peace, Ulysses Rackmore. Rackmore's log tells of how his ship was sailing for Feathermoon's stronghold when it was attacked by seafaring creatures. To prevent his treasure from falling into enemy hands, he hid his chest on Ranazar Isle. To open the chest requires 2 keys, a silver and a gold. These keys were lost, but if the keys and the chest are found, a treasure awaits. 1 gold, 15 silver, and a decent buckler. It looks okay. I think in this instance I'd probably take the wand, just because it does sell for a little more, and I wouldn't use this shield. And I'm not too worried about keeping it, but I'm assuming we just need to, kill sorceresses and the Makrukra and just try and find both keys. But let's go ahead and equip our trinket, give it a couple seconds here, rebuff. While we wait, we can eat a Carrion Surprise, get an 8 stamina, 8 spirit buff, and then we'll summon our mace, equip it with a solid weight stone, and get ready to start killing. We got a decent bit to kill here between the Makrukra, the Naga. We'll have to go out here and summon Lord Kragaru. Probably pop a just a Rumsey's Dark, probably. Alright, let's get after it. Oh, these things are extremely low level. I don't even have to worry about. Nice, I just got lucky and resisted there. Yeah, I don't have to worry about using Seal of Wisdom. I didn't bring another one of our water breathing elixirs because I didn't think that we were going to be underwater for very long out here, but and I don't think we will, honestly. Like, a lot of this I can just bring to the shore, or at least to the surface, right? Oops, didn't even have a seal on. The hell did that crab just attack? Now the Makrukra key seems to be a lot lower of a drop rate. These guys seem to have frost-based abilities. No. A rend and a sunder, okay. The crawlers are more frost-based. The pincers are more melee-based. Let's try and get the silver key first, and then we can probably honestly head over to the Isle, and then clearing out some of the mobs around there will probably give me the key, or at least I'm hopeful that it will. Just be on the lookout for giants. We know that one sea giant can roam this entire area, so honestly I think I could solo a sea giant, but if I don't have to, I don't want to. big 222 crit. Make really quick work out of these mobs. Now they are 11 levels under us, but God, the pushback is brutal on that. Just be very mindful of the breath. Oh, there are little pockets of air that we can hang around. Oops. Let's swim over to this and see if it actually is gonna refill our oxygen here. These guys just want to slow you down and try and keep you underwater and drown you. It does. Okay, air bubbles. So usually these allow you to replenish your oxygen underwater. These are the ships of Ulysses. At 15%, they weren't kidding. Honestly, I should probably be going with a sagefish here, just to replenish my mana. Try and make it back to this air pocket here. Damn, I reset the other one. Let's just pull these two to the surface. Come on with the damn key. I really don't want to head over to the island until we get the key, because I can more than likely get the golden key on the island. And he said, well, the lore said that the chest is on that island, so makes the most sense to go ahead and get the silver key first, then head to the island to get the gold key on the island, and then, you know, open the chest over there. But Guess we'll swim out here a little bit, and hopefully these will have respawned by the time that we go back out to the front. Go frost resist aura here. Gives me a greater chance to resist their frost armor or the shocks that they have. There it is. Thank you. Alright, let's head to the island now. Can see it in the distance. Let's go snorkeling. I guess true snorkeling would be like this. Completely zoomed in. Just go ahead and get rid of the fish oil and the scales. And the cod, I don't think we can get any... Whoops. I don't think we can get any points from cooking this. Yeah, this cod's garbage, basically. Sells for 4 copper each. It's not worth keeping it in my bags at that price point. We are up to, call it 29 gold. We're doing really well on the gold now. But again, a lot of this money is just going to go straight to training the second that we hit level 50. And I'm saving a lot of it for level 50 already. But if we can get to level 50 and I've made more than, 75 gold or something like that, then we're on a great path to getting our training and that bank slot that I want to get. But I mean, it's going to be hard. Well, maybe not. I mean, I'm earning money like crazy now. Between quest gold, the items that the quests are giving me, the garbage that I'm looting from higher level mobs, and then of course, like, excess mining materials we're making into blacksmithing patterns and different items of different values, right? Mostly those pants are what I'm thinking of. 3 of those pants equals a gold, so... And you figure, we got 2 right here. Maybe we can get there. It's gonna be hard though. I haven't really touched my booze in a while. Let's have a few swigs. Oh, one other thing that did happen is we wound up getting enough mage weave in between play sessions to make our heavy mithril gauntlets. So now we have our shoulders made by us, our chest piece, the heavy mithril shoulders made by us, the heavy mithril breastplate made by us, the heavy mithril gauntlets made by us, the ornate mithril pants, again made by us, and then the heavy mithril boots made by us. The only thing that we are lacking now is the mithril coif. I need a little more mage weave for that. 6 more pieces, but I do have the mithril ready for it, so... Oh, first kill. That's crazy. Let's go ahead and clear out around the statue. Even though these mobs are gray. I remember last time I was out here, the sea giant was roaming around on this island. So I need to be on the lookout for that sea giant. I'll just hold on to the fish oil because I might get more clearing out around the this serpent statue here. I could Hodge, but I'm saving it for when we summon Lord Kregaru. Ooh, resilient robes. They look horrible, but those are actually pretty nice. 11 int. The agility, kind of a dead stat, but if I was on a druid, these would be somewhat nice. I'm gonna go red aura. The Myrmidons, they're melee attackers, and I'm pretty sure Lord Kregaru is a melee attacker as well. I think this should be fine. Let's go ahead and use the Gem of the Serpent. Summon the Lord. There he is. He's just got a cleave and a pummel. We'll Hodge on the next attack. He might pummel this. Okay, he cleaved it. Big mistake. And then we get the Book of the Ancients. It's not something that I can read, unfortunately, but now that we have the keys, let's get this chest. Oh, there's some mithril here too. Grab that in just a second. Actually, you know what? Let's grab that now. They are green, so I would probably aggro them. Let's go ahead and clear them out. Just kind of keeping my peepers open here for the giant that could be around this region. Seems like he's somewhere else right now, but hopefully it's a 4-piece. At least 3, that's good. And it's a 4, we love that. And a piece of citrine. We're up to 12 pieces of citrine now. And there's his chest. Rackmore's chest. The chest is securely locked. Chest opens to reveal Rackmore's treasure. Oh, you get both. Oh my god. It's not much experience, but it is, you know, a gold and 15 silver for the treasure itself, and then 2 items that value a little more than a gold themselves. So, a cursed slither blade. Target slither? I don't know. I think we killed that rare on my my rogue. Target cursed? Yeah, I feel pretty confident in saying we killed this rare on my rogue. I don't think he's up. Just kind of poke around the region really quickly. If he's going to be anywhere, he's going to be in the front here, and I feel like we would have picked up on him with my rare scanner. Or he's back over here. Side note, giant fish, and these are some old Night Elf ruins. Pretty cool. Oh, breath. What do we have there? Mithril? We're going down for it. Was that cool? This shit is deep down here, man. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Oh, it's all the way down here. One. 2. Okay, just a 2-piece. Weirdly enough, I'm happy with the 2-piece there. I don't want to stay down here too long. Go straight up. I'm really not used to normal lungs. I'm used to either having undead lungs or our elixir of water breathing on, where we can basically stay underwater forever. I do not like having human lungs. More mithril? Iron. We will take that. Doesn't seem like the accursed slither blade is up, but that's fine. Alright, little 3-piece. It's really cool to see all these like Night Elf ruins sunken underwater. Because of course, Ashara was once a Night Elf and she was cursed because she helped Targaryen, and it's just symbolic and very fitting for the story if you know the lore a little bit. The Naga came back, took over some of these areas. Still just spamming our target macro, hoping that maybe we'll pick up on him, but... Alright, let's head back to Azor. Azor. Doesn't seem like we're going to get lucky with the Slither Blade, so I'm not coming back out here. Let's just... he doesn't have anything specific that I want from him, so... Just a random chance at any of these items, and the table is even longer than that, right? That's just like a brief summary of the table, but... Alright, we survived the water. Next up, we're going to go head down to Horniz. We'll take Ghost Plasma again. We've taken it before, but we're going to take it again. We'll hunt the Fellhound brains, the wings, and then the Doom Warder blood, as well as go get these Undead Ravagers, and this is also where the Ghost Plasma is, so it's perfect. And then we also need to go talk to Uthek. Ah, Bill, it's good to see you once again. Do you have the Book of the Ancients? We do, and it's not something we can read, right? Yep.
The long-lost Book of the Ancients. I will ensure this book is passed on to the High Council. You've done well today, and for that you are to be thanked, as a hero should be thanked.
Thank you, Azore. Azore? Okay, we're at 30 gold now with another... What is that? 2 gold there, basically, so 32 gold. I'm gonna add... Rexar to my target macro and just kind of spam that as we're roaming around this zone. That way I can be on high alert for Rexar. Fairly confident he will just piece my shit up, and I don't want that, so. How are we looking on time? About 20 minutes. That's good. It's getting kind of late, and I woke up fairly early today, so I would like to, you know, keep it to a tight hour. I think best case scenario, we go do Ghostoplasm and the Undead Ravagers. That'll be 2 birds, 1 stone, and it'll also probably be something we can do in 20 minutes. I think from what Greldig said, this might take a while. So I gotta see the drop rates on this quest, but he did say this one might take you a while, so if you want to skip on it, he understands, is literally his words, but... We're not going to skip on it, we're going to do it. I just want to do it when I have a little bit more time. We have iron and a tin. Okay.
There's a valley to the southeast.
We've actually heard this before, so I'm just going to skip that. We have the Crate of Ghost Magnets. Placed between the Dread Goliaths and the Valley of Bones. We've done this quest on our Horde Rogue. Pretty familiar with it. Hopefully these targets are undead or... Oh, another piece of jade. Nice. 17 pieces of jade now. Hopefully they're undead or demons. I would imagine they're undead. That way I can then exercise them, but... Let's at least run through this general region and see what the drop rates are looking like on these demons. These demons are going to be nice to kill, though, because I can also exercise them, so... 80%, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. I'm wondering if this is going to give me the follow-up to kill the Demon Elite that's around this region. I can't remember his name, but I took him on the Undead Rogue. Infernals aren't anything that we need. These are also 80%, so this shouldn't be too bad, but I'm probably going to need more than 20 minutes, honestly. Ooh, Mithril. And some true silver, okay. These mobs are still green too, so they're going to give experience. Ooh, I thought we were going to pull this hunter. I'm fine killing him, but I would just, you know, save us some time. How do we get to that true silver? Around this infernal? Skip him? Nice. 276 in our mining. 24 more points until we're maxed out. 3 pieces of true silver, I'm happy with that. I think we almost have a full stack, yeah. True silver is going to be something that I probably keep more than one stack. Oh, hello. Let me buff you up, Sky Biscuit. Oh, she's AFK here? That's crazy. Okay, no. There he is, Lord Azrathok. She going for him? Nope. I think it's a herbalism bot. I'm gonna report that. I'm pretty sure that's a herbalism bot, but maybe not. That was just very weird the way that they ran like straight to it. They were AFK in a safe spot until then. Oh, there's the sea giant. Yeah, we could definitely take that thing on. Yeah, that just felt very sus. They are undead too. Good. Let's go ahead and rebuff. I'm going to pop a sagefish here. We've got 5 minutes left on our weight stone. 35 on the hammer. We won't use the full time tonight. We'll just use 15 more minutes of it, so I might have it for a little bit of time tomorrow when I play. We need to kill 30 of these things. Holy. They're not humanoid, so they're not going to run. Don't really need these mana potions. I might as well just use it real quick. Between the raw damage of our Hammer of Expertise, the damage from Exorcism, and the damage from Hammer of Wrath, we are just a unit on mobs like this. They drop Silk too. Get rid of the oil. The Naga Scale, the singular Naga Scale can go. The Shiny Fish Scales can go. Couple flashes. Oh, they have a kick. The one thing that they do have, so I don't want to pull too many of these things in case I need to heal in combat and they'll wind up kicking me. Outcast and Necromancer, summon Magrum Ravager. Let's rebuild some mana here as I spend it. The kick. Alright, right in this area, this pocket, we should be able to gather that ghost plasm. I'm down to spend the mana a little more, I guess, generously. 639 is crazy. Because we did get a new drink, the Morning Glory Dew, and it restores a lot of mana. So we might as well use these two. Reduce our downtime. And again, we've got a ton of money now. 30 gold, we're about to be up to like 32 when we sell all this junk. So I think a full stack is like a little under a gold for these. I think it's like 80 silver, maybe a little more than that, but oh, I need to put on a new weight stone. Ooh, the Murph Star of Shadow Wrath. Weapon damage is okay, speed's pretty high. It would be good on a Shadow Priest, of course, but on us, it's kind of... it's money in our pocket. It's another gold piece right there. Go ahead and rebuff, and then drink. Let's see how fast it takes to refill our drink. I think that's about 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, call it 12 seconds. Again, I don't really want to pull more than one of these guys because of the kick, in case I need to heal in combat, but I want to just be prepared to jump right into the next one. Scroll of Agility, let's just go ahead and pop that now. While we're fully buffed, and let's drink a Rumsey's Rum Dark. Another mana potion, I'll probably use that pretty recklessly here. Let's pop open the box. Need to be in between the two dead Goliaths, isn't that right here? I thought we did this like right around here on my other character. Oh, literally right between the two, okay. So it should be like right here, right? Yep, there it is. Now, the thing that I do remember about this is it'll pull like an endless number of these things, so we need to be careful. And just kind of slowly take them on. What is this? Physical and magical damage taken is increased by 15? I don't like that. That's a 15-minute curse. Can I cleanse that? Oh, I can! Well, that was my one use of my my napkin there. Oof. Alright, well, we pulled a few. I'm hoping that they disperse a little bit here. I don't want to take all 4 on at once. That's kind of nasty, especially because they have a curse that makes me take more damage. I need them to disperse just a little bit. I was going to pull him there, but come on over. I'm afraid if I pull one... Okay, they're starting to despawn. Let a few despawn and we'll go for the straggler of the group. I need to try and hodge the curse. I really don't want that curse to go off if possible. It's gonna go off. Fuck me. Thankfully my armor's pretty high, so we still don't take a ton of damage. We have an outcast necromancer coming. Let's pull you back over here a little bit. Front load my mana here. Oh, really? Alright, it despawned. We got 5 out of the 8 that we needed. Let's take a second here, kill a few more of these Ravagers. We're about halfway done with the Ravagers too. And we should make it just about perfect time, honestly. I'm probably going to run all the way back up to Nigel's Point tonight and rest here, instead of hearthing and going all the way back to South Shore and having to do a load of travel tomorrow when we play. Exorcism just chews through the mana. Let's go ahead and, oops. Let's go ahead and use all of our mana and see exactly with the timer just how much time it takes to refill our mana bar with these morning dew or morning glory dews. Hey, some Mage Weave. There we go. We love that. I want to try and completely drain the mana bar here if possible. 8% is good enough. Start it. As soon as it's full, we'll go ahead and stop it. All right, 12 seconds, yeah. It's pretty good. "12 seconds of downtime so we can be much more aggressive with our mana pool." That's a pretty good trade-off. It's not like we're losing a lot of uptime on anything like our weight stones or our Hammer of Expertise itself, right? 12 seconds a couple times here and there. That's not too bad. That being said, I still don't want to be like, you know, trigger happy with the mana. I do want to respect the mana pool a little bit in case I need to heal. But with things like this, you know, I'm kind of down to speedrun it a little bit. Nah, I don't hammer at that. Like a situation like this, we can go ahead and spend all of our mana with a heal, a flash, 10 seconds on the ground to refill the mana, and then we're right back into it. This curse is pretty nasty, man. Honestly, if I don't like knock them under 20% health pretty clean, it seems like it's better to just not use Hammer of Wrath and like do one more auto attack or something like that, because Hammer of Wrath uses a lot of mana, and I could use that mana on Exorcism to either range pull a mob or do a good 350 chunk damage, right? But like here, 16%, one extra attack, 2, and then I can just, you know, Judgment. It's a lot cheaper. See, once again, it's just better to just go like that. Exorcism's doing about 20% of their health. Now, if they fall right at 20%, that's a good time to just go ahead and Hammer Wrath, I feel like. But if not, I can just do that. Alright, we'll get one more and then we'll stop, heal up, let this Necromancer pass by. I might want to just pull this Necromancer, that way I don't have to worry about it when I go back for the last 3 Ghostoplasms. I think we will. Shadow Bolts, so we'll go to Shadow Resist Aura. We resisted 45 of that. Go ahead and Hodge to prevent some damage there. Now this is a case where we do want to Hammer Wrath. Some more Mage Weave, we're very thankful for that. I'm going to use the mana a little recklessly here and then chew on this Mana Potion. See, that's a good time to Hammer Wrath him. Replace that with that. A little more extra money. If we do need to make space, we'll probably get rid of these bracers, but I also have Cave Mold here that I can just get rid of real quick. I didn't realize. Full stack of silk. Can make those into bandages. Two more. Let's collect the last of the Ghostoplasm and then we'll grab the last 2 on the way out. Start heading back to the inn. We're going to be over by probably 5-8 minutes, something like that, but it's a pretty good solid hour. The range of which I can pull with Exorcism is so nice, man. 30 yards? I don't have anything nearly that long of a range. I guess we'll just go ahead and get the last of the Ravagers. Yeah, see 6%. Save it. Okay, go ahead and top ourselves off. pop this bad boy down. Pull back a little bit. Drink while we wait. I just need 3. I already have the curse on me, so not that big a deal if I pull 2. That exorcism is crazy, though. I was just worried another one might spawn right there and wind up hurting myself with that. 507 exorcism crit. That's crazy damage, man. If I could hammer, I would here, but... Alright, one more. That looks like our guy right there, if I can snag him. A little bit of lag there. Let's get this kill and get out of here. I don't like that lag. Alright, we're out of here. We'll come back tomorrow for the nether wings, the brains, and the blood. You can ignore us. I'll let you ignore us, don't worry. Perfect jump. Uthek is still a little bit of a good distance away from us. I'll just do that when I turn in Horniz's quest and get these brains, wings, and blood. Let's just head back to the town. We can turn these 2 in tonight and then jump in bed. Should make quite a pretty penny from all this junk to sell too. We're at 31 gold raw. I think after selling all this stuff, that'll put us at like 34. Tin can be ignored. We have a ton of ore at this point. We've got 24 in the bags, 14 more to craft. Of course, the 20 in the bank that I don't really want to touch if I don't have to, but just follow the path. I don't think Rexar comes over here. I think he mostly roams between the Horde village, the Shadowprey village. We got about 15 minutes left on the hammer. I should, if I can get back to town quick enough, have a little bit of time with it tomorrow and then have a fresh summon on it. So if I do want to go over just a little bit, we would have, you know, hate to say it, but hammer time the entire time. Yeah, I'll dip down here for this. I could probably work some kind of macro that like equips the Signet of Expertise, uses it, summons the hammer, equips it on my person, and then switches back to my glimmering mithril insignia. And I could literally name it like stop hammer time kind of thing, but it's a little too on the nose for me. I'm not a dad, so I can't be making dad jokes like that yet, but one day maybe in the future. I might not play until tomorrow afternoon. I don't have anything except for some plans later with my missus, so I might spend some of the afternoon trying to farm out these Dark Moon Fair materials. Because I need to farm the Vibrant Plumes, but I also need to farm the materials that come before the Vibrant Plumes, excuse me. I think those are a little easier to get. And again, I didn't farm, but like for maybe, I think, 2 or 3 hours tops on my rogue to get that, to get all the Vibrant Plumes that I needed on him. I remember it wasn't that bad. I just sat in this cave in Daenerys. There's ore in there that respawns. I think it's iron. And then by the time that you clear it out, some mobs up at the front have started to respawn. It's a pretty damn quick respawn rate, so... Should be just the same on my Paladin, except I can pull multiple and AoE them down. get them on respawn even quicker. God, having a mount is so nice, man. When you're starting a new character, it's like you go without it for so long, you get used to it. And again, we've talked about this, but like, it's just such a rewarding thing to finally get that mount. And you feel like you traverse the map so much faster. You need that struggle to have like this frame of reference and appreciate just how fast a 60% mount really is. Because when you're on ground, you know, this run right here from all the way down here to all the way up here, that's going to take me 9, 10, maybe 12 minutes, you know what I mean? But on a mount, it takes me 2 to 3. Now, I am excited for our next character, the Shaman, because we get Ghost Wolf form, which is basically like a pseudo mount. And then after him, we're playing the Druid, which also has Cheetah form and Kitty form with a sprint, which is really nice. I was going to buff that guy, but I didn't want to jump off my mount and have to jump back on. But yeah, so the next two classes that we're playing, they kind of have like pseudo mounts in a way.
Welcome back to Nigel's Point, adventurer. So tell me what you found. What? Nothing? An empty chest ain't gonna get us
Sorry,
paid,
buddy.
I'm afraid. Tell me more about these marks you saw. These slashes. Intriguing. Well, we might not be without hope quite yet. Along that same coast, but to the north near Ranazjar Isle, they're night elf ruins at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, we've already been out there.
Naga, the Slitherblade, make that their home. I think that'd be our best bet. If a scouting party went that far south, then they must have been pretty powerful. If you're gonna find Carnital's belongings, I'd start with the more powerful Naga, the Tide Hunters or Sea Witches.
Right. Find Carnital's satchel. Got it. I know, buddy. It's almost bedtime. Alright, let's go turn this one in to Brother Anton. We have one more quest after this, which I'm assuming is just going to send us somewhere, and then it's going to give me a chain for the Scarlet Monastery dungeons, which we're going to ignore. Alright, we're at 31 gold. Let's see what we get to. Selling all this junk. Call it 34. That's 34. Plus we have to make some bandages. Yeah, we should be at just under 35 gold at this point, which means we have training covered for levels 46, 48, and 50, but we don't have the money that we need to cover all that training and get a bank slot. I think we're going to need like 80 gold total to do both of those. I think depending on the character, we might struggle to get all the bank slots because, you know, the Rogue was a class that we could skip a lot of the training on, but some of these other classes we can't.
And the Scarlet Crusade commends you. If you do not shy from righteous slaughter, then perhaps your path lies with us. We of the Scarlet Crusade lay claim to strongholds from Hearthglen to Tirisfal Glades. We are quite proud of our bastions of cleansing throughout Lordaeron. You have proven yourself against the undead in Desolace, but the true threat of the plague lies in Lordaeron. Travel to the town of Southshore in the Eastern Kingdoms. Seek out a crusader named Raleigh the Devout. Give him this letter of commendation bearing my seal, and he will escort you to a place of honor in our Scarlet Monastery.
Interesting. Can I read this? No. Sealed by Brother Anton of the Scarlet Crusade. Okay. Okay. Alright guys, we are going to get ready to wrap this one up. Archibald's return and the flight to Kalimdor. Pretty sure we've read this. No? Really? Is this in? Yep, this is the one book that we need to read in Desolace. It's a little too long for me tonight. I'm going to try and read this tomorrow, though, when we log in, so. Alright, guys, we're going to call this one here for now. I want to thank you all for hanging out. I will see you in the next one tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, but we'll see. So peace and love, and God bless, gamers.